Hello, SAC fans. I'm Patrick Britz, and here's your SAC Daily Dose for Wednesday, September 13, 2017. I just flew back from Indianapolis, and pardon my cold for the voice, but I just flew back this morning, and I spent the last few days there attending NCAA Division II Championship Committee meetings, and we announced some exciting enhancements for Division II championships coming up. Actually, we recommended some that still have yet to be approved finally, but we did recommend some that will start in 2018-19 championship season. And some of those championships include a new format for the baseball championship that will include two regional sites, and then the winners of those will play a super regional, similar to how the softball championship is currently run. And then the 8 super regional winners will advance to the Division II World Series. We had recommended increasing the number of cross-country teams in both men's and women's that advance to the nationals from the regional sites from 32 to 34. We recommended allowing a 6th team member be added to the travel roster for the men's golf national tournament in the event someone needs to be substituted either in medal or match play. In women's golf, we recommended to increase the number of teams that advance out of the super regional to 5, and then the number of individuals to 4 from the non-advancing teams. Also, the women's Division II championship will also take the same format as Division I men and women, and Division II men. They'll have a 54-hole stroke play event followed by an 8-team match play event. We recommended to increase the women's lacrosse field from 12 to 16 teams and men's lacrosse from 8 to 12 teams. The men's soccer bracket was recommended to be increased by 2 teams to 40, and then have each super region. So the South and the Southeast will combine. The top 10 teams out of those 2 regions will play against one another. It won't just be the Southeast and the South, and then the winners advancing to a 1-game super regional type format. It'll be a super region with 10 teams playing each other, and then the top 4 out of those 4 super regions will advance to the national semis. In women's soccer, the field will expand to 56 teams, which will mean a 2-team increase for the Southeast region. Will go from 6 to 8 teams. And then finally, both men's and women's soccer championships will begin a week later than normal. Again, all of these are scheduled to begin in 2018-19, pending further approval by some higher-up committees than the Championships Committee. Returning to SAC action, last night in volleyball, Tusculum handed Lincoln Memorial its first loss of the season in a 5-set thriller in Greenville, Tennessee, and the 5th set went to 15-13, so a really exciting match there. Junior outside hitter Casey Bourne led the Pioneers with 26 kills and 26 digs, so quite a match for her. Wingate is now the only undefeated team left in the league. It defeated Newberry 3-0 last night to move to 2-0 in SAC play and 7-0 overall. Conference play begins in earnest tonight in soccer with 4 men's and 4 women's games. The Catawba and Lenoir-Rhyne game, doubleheader, has been postponed due to poor field conditions at Catawba. That will be scheduled at a later time. Speaking of soccer, the latest United Soccer Coaches rankings came out yesterday, and Lenoir-Rhyne men jumped up to number 5 in the country, and Lincoln Memorial checks in at number 13. On the women's side, Carson Newman is the lone ranked team in our league at number 11. Cross-country season is in full swing right now, and the second set of Runners of the Week will be announced later today on thesac.com. However, the first round of regional rankings by the USTF-CCCA were announced yesterday, and the SAC is well represented. Queens, Anderson, Lincoln Memorial, and Lenoir-Rhyne are all ranked on the men's side, and Queens, Anderson, Wingate, and Lenoir-Rhyne on the women's side, with the Royals taking the number 1 spot there on the women's side. Now it's time for everyone's favorite part of the show, the sports quote. Today's comes from one of the greatest baseball players and managers in Major League history, Tommy Lasorda. In baseball and in business, there are three types of people: those who make it happen, those who watch it happen, and those who wonder what happened. That's going to do it for me today. Be sure to join us again for the next installment of the SAC Daily Dose on Friday, September 15. Have a great day, everyone.